We're here with Ty Oxley of LawConnect. Ty, about 3 weeks ago now, I think we had an interview with you and you said you were going to wring the cat's neck. Is that right? You've done that, haven't you?
Yeah, we certainly have. There was a lot of cat ringing this time. Pretty fruity out there for the first day built that afternoon, as I think everyone saw. And it got pretty fresh, and then obviously it was us and Comanche toe for toe for a little bit. They got a good extension on us, and then we reeled them back in at one stage, and then we were both at our jibe points and both jibed. I think we're probably 3 miles with them when they jibed, and come out of the jibe and they weren't going any further.
So they did the damage in the jibe, yeah?
Yeah, I can only assume so. I haven't spoken to anyone there, but I did hear that it was mainsail damage, so I assume it was pretty much we jibed together, and out of the jibe they were doing threes and we were doing 23s. So, yeah.
So in your role as sort of the custodian of the boat and making sure that the asset is protected, what's your sort of role in that first night? What are you mostly doing?
Mostly putting up fires where there are fires. So the boat was pretty good. It's here today, so I guess it made it. But there's always things going on. A winch button not working, or a water leak here, or can you check this or check that, or... So we held it all together, and look, it's a good old boat. It's done it a few times now, so we got through it, and it's tough going at times, but the whole team did a fantastic job.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Great to see you get first out of the heads, and then the furl issue. For people like me who don't fully understand the furl thing, so this was the way it was set up for an unfurl, or what actually caused the furl issues? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Tony's probably got his own take on that.
Oh, okay.
I think it was, we always starboard furl or clockwise furl, and then...
So what's that mean? Why are you doing starboard furl?
It's the way the sails furled up, so the way it's rolled,
Yes.
and then when they had the wrong line, or there was something that went on there, it wouldn't come undone, basically. So we got to the bottom of it and got it unfurled, and away we went. But there was a lot of hot moments on board at that time.
We were up in the air and we were watching him and thinking, we were sort of hydraulics issues or what, but it's probably something as simple as that. Anyway, look, that's a minor piece in it. What was the more interesting bits of the last half of the race, sort of down the Tassie coast?
Down the Tassie coast wasn't too bad. It was probably more... it was pretty fruity that night. Like, we were still on an A7, 2 reefs in the main.
So when was this? Going into Bass Strait?
So in that southerly. In the northerly. The northerly kept building, and the forecast was right. It did get to 40 knots.
Yeah, right.
And we just kept pushing for as long as we could with an A7 up, which is still a spinnaker, but a fractional spinnaker. Yeah. And it got to the point where we were doing like 35. So it was like, we got that off, and then... pretty much at that same time was when Comanche jibed, and we knew that they had problems, so we sort of slowed the boat up a little bit and went into preservative mode for a little while, and then we knew we had to still get through that westerly, so the transition was okay. We wind clocked around and built again and come out of the west, and we went from downwind to reaching at stupid speed, so it was wet.
And then a kind of weird piece there where you were actually going into the breeze in a very light breeze this afternoon, I think, wasn't it?
It was actually quite nice. We all got to dry out a little bit. There was no water over the deck for a change. And, I think it was the first time everyone was smiling and the sun was out. It was quite pleasant. So having no wind or whatever that was, time of day this morning, it was quite nice for a little bit of reprieve from what we'd had.
Well, it was lovely seeing you powering up the Derwent rather than sort of sitting around in 2-3 knots. And what can we say? Congratulations, that's great. I appreciate it's a very sombre mood around the place at the moment.
Yeah, it is a different feeling. Like, this is 21 Hobarts for me, and I was here in 2004 when Scandia snapped its keel and we lost some people in the water that year. And so, it is a sombre feeling, but I guess at the end of the day, it is a sport that we all choose to do. And
exactly.
These things do happen at times, and there's risks involved with it. It's never a good feeling when you know that another person's out there in the ocean and something's happened. So condolences to the family, and it's definitely a different feeling down here this time.
Sure. Well, enjoy the muted celebrations, but congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time too.
Cheers.